Archangel Michael says, "Listen carefully, my beloved child. The air around you feels different tonight because a shift has begun in the unseen realm. Don't scroll, because what you are about to hear is not coincidence, it's the whisper of destiny trying to reach your trembling heart. Something has started to fade, not in the physical world, but inside someone who once carried your name inside their chest. You've been feeling the distance without words, the silence that burns louder than sound. This isn't your imagination, heaven saw it before you even noticed. They were meant to meet you halfway, but lately, their steps have slowed. What once was certain now trembles at the edge of confusion, like a candle flickering before the wind takes it. Yet still, there is a hidden plan waiting behind this silence. In the shadows of time, a divine encounter is being prepared, one that carries both truth and restoration. This isn't just about love, it's about awakening what was lost. Stay with me till the end, because the unraveling has already begun. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may have felt a strange pull these past nights, a heaviness in your chest that doesn't fade. That's not sadness, my child, it's the vibration of a soul recognizing a separation. Heaven is trying to show you something before the thread completely breaks. Your soulmate once looked at you as if you were their entire horizon, but the world began whispering in their ear. Temptations, doubts, unspoken fears, all entered quietly like thieves. What they don't realize is that heaven records every choice made under the disguise of confusion. Don't be afraid. Archangel Michael says this drifting is not punishment, it's exposure. The truth must be seen so the right path can be restored. The one who belongs to your destiny cannot hide behind masks forever. Even now, divine eyes are watching the clock of fate, and soon, something will happen that forces truth into light. A message, a dream, or a sudden sign will arrive that confirms what your spirit already knew. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, this encounter will not be random. It will come when the air feels heavy and your mind begins to replay old memories. The person who once pretended to move on will be drawn back toward the light of what they abandoned. They are seeing your image in unexpected places, in songs, reflections, even strangers' voices. The universe is echoing your name through their guilt. That's why their emotions are restless. Heaven won't allow them to find peace until they face you again. But listen carefully, my child. Not every return is redemption. Some souls come back just to test your strength, to see if you still bend the way you once did. Heaven wants to see if you have learned to protect your heart. So when the call comes, and it will, do not run or chase. Stand still, let them speak, and watch how their eyes reveal what their lips try to hide. The divine truth is never in words, it's in energy. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Your angels have been rearranging the map of your destiny. Some connections are fading because they were built on half-truths. Some are being strengthened because they were born in divine timing. The drifting you feel is heaven's realignment. There was a moment when your soulmate promised forever, but heaven saw the cracks forming beneath the surface. Their heart grew distracted, not by another person at first, but by the noise of their own insecurities. The silence between you is not rejection, it's awakening. Soon, you'll receive a sign that feels impossible to ignore, a song you haven't heard in years, a sudden message that freezes time, or an unexpected face appearing in a dream. That will be the signal. The secret encounter begins after that. You'll feel your heartbeat shift when it happens. It won't be fear, it'll be recognition. Because even if love drifts, destiny always finds a way back to its original rhythm. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Heaven is preparing a sacred moment for you, where truth and emotion will meet eye to eye. This encounter may not happen where you expect. It could be at a quiet cafe, on a random street, or even through a digital screen. But the energy will feel undeniable. Archangel Michael says, "Stay calm and grounded, because the one who hurt you is finally being awakened by divine guilt." They've seen glimpses of you in dreams lately, crying, smiling, disappearing. Those visions are not illusions. They're heaven's way of correcting their path. Your guardian angels have blocked certain messages from reaching you, not to hurt you, but to protect your peace. There are words they typed and erased 100 times, unable to send. Heaven is controlling communication until hearts are ready for truth. The distance was necessary. Without it, they would never have realized what losing you truly meant. Their drifting emotions are being redirected back toward clarity, but only when they admit their mistakes. Type Amen to get blessing 777. The energy around you tonight feels magnetic because heaven is aligning timelines. Somewhere far away, your soulmate feels the same electricity but doesn't know why. Their spirit senses your detachment, and it terrifies them. They once took your patience for granted, but silence has become their loudest punishment. When you stopped chasing, heaven took over the pursuit. Now the guilt is burning through their dreams. Soon, they will encounter a situation that mirrors what they did to you, and it will humble them completely. Through that, heaven will restore balance. The same emotions they toyed with will now become their lessons. You are not being forgotten, you are being prepared. What's coming next will not just be an apology, it will be a spiritual confession wrapped in trembling honesty. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Archangel Michael says, "This meeting will happen when the clock hits a divine number, 3:33, 4:44, or 5:55. When that moment arrives, you'll feel time slow down. You'll sense that the universe itself is watching. A soft light will surround that encounter, invisible to others but clear to your heart. You'll feel chills, warmth, and calmness all at once, signs of divine intervention. Heaven will make sure you recognize them not by their words, but by their surrender. You might notice their eyes filled with regret, trying to read forgiveness in yours. They'll remember every moment they ignored your pain. That's how healing begins, through recognition of what once was broken. This is not revenge, this is restoration. The divine always ends cycles with truth, never with silence. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You were never abandoned, my child. You were repositioned. Heaven needed you to grow alone for a while so your power could mature beyond their confusion. Now that you've changed, the encounter will not repeat the past, it will reveal it. When they see you again, they won't find the same person they left. They'll see someone who carries peace instead of desperation, light instead of longing. That's what makes your energy irresistible. Your healing has made you divine. The reason their emotions are drifting isn't hatred, it's the weight of unspoken love battling guilt. They are terrified of losing you forever but too prideful to confess. Heaven is dismantling that pride piece by piece. Soon, they'll be placed in a moment where honesty becomes their only escape. They'll either speak their truth or watch destiny walk away forever. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. My beloved child, don't chase after what heaven is already guiding toward you. Let energy move naturally. Love always returns to the place where it first felt safe. Archangel Michael says your silence is your sword now, use it wisely. When the encounter happens, you won't need to speak much. Your presence will do the talking. They'll feel what they lost without you uttering a single word. Your soulmate will look at you as if time itself stopped forgiving them. They'll remember the nights they doubted your worth. They'll understand now that heaven had placed them before a sacred treasure, and they almost threw it away. You will have the final choice, my child, to open your heart again or close it gently and walk away in peace. Either choice will bless you. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. Heaven is wrapping this message in protection, so no interference can block what is meant for you. The secret encounter is closer than you think. It may unfold within days or weeks, not months. When it happens, remember this: you are not waiting to be chosen. You already were. This reunion is not proof of your worth, it's proof of divine timing. Their emotions drifting away was the universe's way of making them realize that true love cannot be replaced. They tried, and every replacement failed. Now they return with trembling hands and eyes that finally see. The truth will not come in loud confessions but in subtle gestures, a pause, a stare, a tear that refuses to fall. Watch closely. That's how heaven speaks through humans. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. As the divine clock turns, every secret will surface. You'll see why things broke the way they did. You'll feel why certain people left when they did. Every heartbreak was a doorway to your higher purpose. Your soulmate's emotions drifting was not the end, it was the purification. Heaven was removing illusions, exposing selfishness, and preparing both hearts for truth. This is not a punishment, it's a rebirth. Soon, you'll stand before them, and their words will tremble in the air like prayer. You'll recognize the soul you once loved, but you'll also see the human they've become. That's when your heart will know what to do. If it chooses forgiveness, heaven will bless your union again. If it chooses peace alone, heaven will open a new door immediately. Either way, you win. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Archangel Michael says, this is your season of revelation. The person who once walked away will now feel the ache of divine reversal. Every emotion they hid from you will now return to haunt them, not as punishment, but as enlightenment. They'll begin to feel what you felt, waiting, doubting, hoping. The mirror has turned. Heaven is just. The same sleepless nights they gave you will now be theirs until truth is spoken. Do not gloat, my child. Instead, walk with grace. Let the encounter heal, not reopen old wounds. The purpose of this meeting is to close the cycle, not to repeat it. You are the divine lesson they needed. You are the calm after their storm. And heaven is watching you both, ready to bless whichever path you choose next. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Your story is sacred, written by hands unseen. Every silence, every tear, every drifting emotion has meaning. Even the pain had divine fingerprints on it. This encounter will change everything. It will not just reunite two hearts, it will restore balance in your destiny. You'll understand that love, when purified, becomes unbreakable. The wait was long, but heaven was never late. Everything that felt delayed was actually being redesigned in your favor. You are stepping into the part of your story where the impossible finally becomes visible. So breathe deeply, my child. The secret encounter is no longer waiting, it's already unfolding around you. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. The night is quieter now, but something inside you still trembles. That trembling isn't fear, it's the pulse of destiny waking from its sleep. The encounter that began as a whisper is now shifting into movement. You can almost feel it in the air around you, the same energy that once tied your souls together is gathering again. Every heartbeat, every breath carries the echo of their name. Heaven is adjusting the light around both of you so that nothing stands hidden anymore. In the unseen realm, Archangel Michael says a scroll has been opened. On it are the promises that were delayed, now being activated. This time, nothing will stop what is meant to find you. You may notice strange coincidences, the same number repeating on clocks, the same song appearing in random moments. These are not coincidences, they're coordinates. Heaven is guiding your steps toward the divine crossing point. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. Your soulmate has been fighting invisible storms. Their emotions drifted because they tried to silence the guilt of letting you go. Every night, they speak your name into the air when they believe no one can hear. They replay the past in fragments, your laughter, your last message, the warmth of your presence. What hurts them now isn't your absence, it's realizing how sacred your energy was. They're learning that love cannot be replaced by distraction. Heaven is using this separation as purification. Every tear they shed cleans a part of their spirit that once resisted truth. The more they cry, the closer they get to awakening. My child, prepare yourself. When they return, you will recognize them not by appearance, but by vibration. Their eyes will carry both apology and surrender. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You may start to dream again, and in those dreams, you'll see signs of the meeting place. A table, a street, a familiar scent, remember every detail, because heaven will use them to guide your steps. Archangel Michael says your energy is becoming magnetic. Every thought you release now becomes a command in the spiritual realm. That's why heaven warns you to think only with peace, not fear. The divine is rearranging space and time to create one collision point, where forgiveness, truth, and love will meet. You won't need to chase it, it's already on its way to you. When that day comes, your body will recognize it before your mind does. You'll feel a sudden calm, and then the world will slow down. That's how destiny greets you. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Your soulmate's drifting emotions were never a rejection, they were an unspoken prayer for guidance. They begged heaven to show them how to love you the right way. Heaven listened, but first, it needed to break their pride. They are being shown visions of what their life could have been if they hadn't left you behind. Every empty room echoes your name. Every stranger's smile reminds them of the love they threw away. Now, karma turns softly, not as punishment, but as awakening. Heaven doesn't destroy, it refines. The same fire that once burned your heart is now melting their walls. My beloved child, stand tall. Your silence has become the sermon their soul needed to hear. They are finally listening. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. Archangel Michael says the encounter will unfold under gentle signs, a sudden rain when the sky was clear, a flicker of light before you enter a room, or a message that arrives exactly when you stop waiting. The first words they speak may tremble, their voice will break. They will try to mask the emotion, but heaven will expose it. Truth cannot hide when angels stand close. You won't have to prove your worth, my child. The aura around you will speak louder than any sentence. They'll feel peace and pain at once, realizing that your love was divine training for their soul. And in that moment, heaven will let you decide. To rebuild, or to release. Both paths lead toward light. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Your angels whisper that the energy between you is being recalibrated. Every apology that was never spoken is being written in the air. Every unsent message is floating back to you through dreams. If your nights have been restless, it's because heaven is transmitting codes through your heart. You are downloading clarity. That's why memories resurface at random, you're decoding the past to free your future. Your soulmate feels the same waves but doesn't understand them. They think it's nostalgia, but it's divine recall. Their heart is being summoned toward redemption. Soon, they'll find themselves walking into the very place where your energy still lingers. That's where destiny will intervene. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You are stepping into the phase called Divine Mirror. In this stage, what they feel, you'll sense. What they think, you'll glimpse. The souls are synchronizing for the encounter. Archangel Michael says, remain still during this alignment. Do not run toward them, do not run away. The divine current will carry both of you into the right space without force. Their drifting heart will finally find anchor in your calm. Heaven has made your energy a sanctuary, not a battlefield. That's why you've been feeling stronger lately, you are becoming the safe place they once ignored. Your forgiveness is the doorway through which both of you will heal. The moment you release bitterness, the secret encounter activates. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. There will be signs before it happens, sudden chills without reason, lights flickering around you, feathers appearing in unexpected places. Each one is confirmation that angels are near. Your soulmate will sense your energy calling them home. They'll feel restless, distracted, even emotional without understanding why. Heaven is turning their confusion into longing. The conversation you feared will finally happen. It will not be loud, it will be gentle. Between pauses, between sighs, between trembling hands, truth will emerge. Do not interrupt destiny, my child. Let silence speak when words fail. Heaven does its work quietly. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. As time unfolds, you'll begin to see that this was never about loss, it was about transformation. You have become the version of yourself that can sustain divine love without breaking. Archangel Michael says your aura has changed color, from blue of sorrow to gold of wisdom. That's why even the air feels different around you. You are walking proof that pain can turn into prophecy. When your soulmate stands before you again, they'll see that glow. It will disarm them, not with guilt, but with reverence. You will feel heaven standing between you, whispering peace. And for the first time, love will feel safe again. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. This encounter will not just reunite two hearts, it will realign destinies. Everything that felt delayed will start to accelerate. Doors will open with ease, conversations will flow without force, and blessings will multiply silently. You may notice financial or creative shifts, too. When love heals, abundance follows. Heaven never restores halfway, it completes. Archangel Michael says you have passed the test. The drifting emotions, the silence, the pain, they were the exam of faith. You have graduated into divine maturity. Now, love returns not as need, but as recognition. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. The final stage of this encounter is peace. Not the peace that ends a story, but the peace that begins a new one. Both hearts will know that heaven supervised every detail. You will feel time pause for a heartbeat, then move again, slower, softer, sacred. The eyes that once avoided you will now carry honesty. The energy that once trembled will finally rest. Heaven will seal this cycle with grace. What drifts apart under illusion always returns under truth. That's the law of divine balance. Walk forward now, my beloved child. The secret encounter is no longer waiting, it has already found you. Type Amen to get blessing 2626.